Bitcoin is getting ready to shock the world. Don't miss out on what is about to happen. A lot of people are going to be caught off guard. There's a lot of opinions of what's happening in Bitcoin right now and what's about to happen. But this video is going to be based purely on the facts. And I'm going to also unveil when Bitcoin will actually get above 48K. But the answer may shock you. Do you want to win more trades? Do you want extra income? Do you want to make 5 times more in this bull run? Black Friday blowout, a crazy 79% off, the largest ever discount on my program. Get lifetime access. Watch anytime. Learn at your own speed. If you think my courses are expensive, I agree. But you won't find anything even close to the quality, the results, and the value you get with my program. If you're thinking you want to wait and make more profits and sign up later, stop what you're doing. That's the worst idea ever. Sign up right now and make 5 times more in this bull run. Picture 5 times more money stacked in front of you right now. Don't let that slip away. Sign up now. Use crypto at the checkout to get an extra $600 off. But the clock is ticking. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Again, that's CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Hit that subscribe button. Let's jump straight into the video. We're on the weekly chart, Bitcoin US dollar index, and what we have in front of us are the distinct cycles that Bitcoin has gone through, which tend to shock everybody. Bitcoin has entered a brand new part of the cycle, and a lot of people are going to get this part of the cycle wrong. They're going to have the complete wrong conception of what's about to happen to Bitcoin. But luckily, we're about to break it down. Many months ago, we entered phase 1 of the bull. And right here in this part of the cycle, back in April of 2023, we sat right here in this chair and we said, look, Bitcoin's going to go sideways for at least 100 days. Why? Because we did that every cycle so far. But everybody was on the wrong side of the fence for phase 1 of the bull. I do not want you to be on the wrong side of the fence for phase 2 of the bull. Bitcoin went sideways for precisely 196 days, which happens to be the exact same time that we went sideways in 2016. Case in point, here's the bottom. Here's phase 1 of the bull. Phase 1 of the bull reached a high price here, and for 196 days, we did not get higher than this price. We went completely sideways. Same thing in 2012. 2012, bottom of the market here. This was phase 1 of the bull. We did not get higher than this price for 182 days. And then we entered phase 2 of the bull. So here we are today, 2023. Here's the bottom of the market. We entered phase 1 of the bull here. We did not go higher than this price until 196 days later. But now we broke through here. So if we look at what Bitcoin has done before, we can get a pretty good idea of what Bitcoin's going to do next. But I'll tell you one thing that Bitcoin is not going to do. It's not going to get above 100K within the next couple months. I know a lot of people are expecting this, and hey, what about if an ETF is approved or whatever the case may be? It's just not in the charts. The facts are not in the charts. But that 48K, when are we going to get above 48K? That's the $1 million question. That's what people would give the right arm to know that. I'm going to unveil that in this video, but let's break it down pound for pound. 2023. 196 days sideways action. What happened after that move in both the 2012 cycle and the 2016 cycle? Because they were exactly the same, let's break it down. Now again, when Bitcoin enters phase 2 of the bull, what does that mean? Let's back up and understand what phase 1. Phase 1 is a big move out of a bear market, and it literally drags Bitcoin with tons of muscle out of a bear and into phase 1 of the bull. The same move happened every time out, like a huge move out of the bear market into phase 1, huge move out of the bear market into phase 1, huge move out of a bear market into phase 1, again, a huge move out of a bear market into phase 1. Phase 1 builds market structure. The sole goal of phase 1 of the bull is to build market structure directly on top of our resistance from our bear market. So this structure built directly on top of this resistance. This structure built directly on top of this resistance. This structure here was built directly on top of this resistance zone here, and the same with 2012. Now, for phase 2 of the bull, that has some distinct qualifications. Now, again, are we in phase 2 of the bull yet? It's likely that we're in phase 2 of the bull, but we're waiting for confirmation at the end of the month. Again, back in October, we got a huge sign that we were entering phase 2 of the bull. That's when our Traders Dynamic Index, we had the cross of the red line. However, we are really disciplined traders, and we had 2 distinct rules. Rule number 1, we need this red line to cross, which we did in October. That's phenomenal. It's likely we're about to enter phase 2, but we're waiting for our confirmation. We're waiting for a rank correlation index for this red line to get above the green. The chart closes at the end of the month, and we will look for that confirmation. However, we need to be honest, open, and upfront that where we are right now, we have not confirmed phase 2 of the bull, but it's likely that we are entering it. When we do confirm it, what does phase 2 of the bull do? It builds market structure directly on top of where our resistance was. So our resistance had been about 30K. We should build market structure directly on top of 30K, just like we did in every single market structure prior. Again, this is phase 1. You can see phase 2 is boom. When we started right here, we went to this high price here, and we went sideways for a whole bunch of days, and we built structure directly on top of our resistance. The same structure you can find in 2012. 2012, phase 1 of the bull here, sideways action. This is entering phase 2 here, huge explosion, building market structure directly on top of where our resistance was. That is precisely what phase 2 is going to do. But a lot of people are going to get this wrong, and here's why. A lot of people are waiting and anticipating the ETF and different news articles to really have a tremendous impact on the market. It's just not going to happen. Here's what's going to happen instead. So Bitcoin moving sideways, if we did so far, right, in this cycle, we've acted precisely as we did in 2016 and precisely as we did in 2012. So if we continue to act precisely as we did in phase 2 of the bull, what will that look like? Well, phase 2 of the bull, when we broke above here, we went sideways in phase 2 of the bull for about 200 days. It took us about 200 days to really get out of phase 2 of the bull, right? Phase 2 of the bull shot up in price and then went sideways for 200 days. That was in 2012. What did we do in 2016? Phase 2 of the bull broke above here. We went to this high price here, and then we went sideways for 200 days. So they're both the same exact thing, right? We broke above in a handful of weeks. It took us to get to the top, just like in 2012, a handful of weeks to get to the absolute top. And then we went sideways for roughly 200 days during that total process. So again, we're a handful of weeks in. And if we went sideways for about 200 days, which we've done so far in these cycles, it brings us to roughly May-ish, which means May-ish will be the next larger move to the upside. It's not likely that we have a very large move to the upside until then. Until then, we should be range bound between this 30K and 48K could be our absolute maximum top. And here's the reason why. We're not just pulling these out of thin air. What we do on this channel is we cover just pure cold hard facts. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. But here are the cold hard facts. In phase 2 of each of these bull cycles, if you look here, we got to the high price here. It was nowhere near the previous all-time high. In fact, it was quite about 40% below that. In 2012, this was our cycle high in phase 2 of that bull. Nowhere close to the previous all-time high. The previous one was about 40% less, and this one is about 50% less. So we can say with certainty that these two cycles reached in phase 2 of the bull, got nowhere near their previous all-time high. In fact, it was about 40 or 50% below that previous all-time high. What would that bring us now? Previous all-time high is up here, and if we're 40 or 50% below, we're right in target right now. We're literally right there right now. So again, The maximum would be that 48K. We're looking pretty good as we stand right now. Could the market go up to 48K? Absolutely. Could it drop below here? Absolutely. And here's why. There's one wrench in this system. There's one red flag in this system, which we brought up in August of this year. And that's this drop below this red line. Again, when you look at the facts in the whole history of Bitcoin, whenever we have a candle close below this red line, it's foreshadowing of the next 3 to 6 months. We've never had a candle close below this red line and not have problems in 3 or 6 months. It's never happened. So therefore, we had this candle close below in August. We can say that so far in history, that's foreshadowing of a surprise correction that's going to happen in crypto over the next 3 to 6 months that will take everybody off guard. People will probably blame it on the news or maybe some Elon tweet or whatever ETF news is going to come out. They will probably point to that. But you have confirmation back in August that something of that nature is coming. So could we perceivably be in phase 2 of the bull and have a wick down below here? Absolutely. But it will be some surprise correction in the next 3 to 6 months. It looks like we're going to go sideways for approximately 200-ish days from now, leading us into this kind of April, May kind of area. And April, May kind of area could be when we finally get above that 48K. And that's the $1 million question. Because if we continue to do these market moves like we have been so far, that is what the forecast in the big picture is looking like for Bitcoin. So what should you do with this information? Should you buy now or should you sell now? I'm going to tell you again, when we were at $17,000, I told you it was far more risky to be out of Bitcoin than in Bitcoin, and that we likely bottomed. When we went to 15,500, I said it's highly probable we just double bottomed, and we have incredibly strong bullish divergence. It would be ridiculous to be out of Bitcoin. It would be far more risky to be out than in Bitcoin. Then we moved into phase 1 of the bull. I told people, this is your last chance. This is phase 1 of the bull. The bull has started. If you're still somehow out of Bitcoin, I don't know what you're doing. Now we're in phase 2 of the bull. If you're still out of the market, it's more risky to be out of the market. And if you're saying, well, I'm going to wait for this correction, wait for that correction, which will happen between 3 or 6 months, and buy the dip on that as well. But it's far more risky. We're in the early stages of the bull run. Why would you be out of Bitcoin? It makes no sense. So yes, if we fall further, buy back in. This is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just stating the facts that trying to help people improve their life. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you right back here in the next video. Black Friday blowout, largest ever discount on my program. If you sign up right now, you're going to unlock these huge things for free. You're going to get my Bull Run Masterclass, $2,500 value, free. A brand new indicator, $2,000 value, free. Backtesting strategies, $6,000 value, free. If you sign up right now, you will unlock all of these for free. CryptoCrewUniversity.com.
I got stuck in trades because I didn't know what I was doing.
I was just investing my money and just throwing it into the abyss.
I was trading primarily with emotions.
After big losses, I had to start from scratch.
My courses are exactly what you need in your life right now. Figure out when to buy and when to sell. Earn 5 times more in this bull run. This is the largest ever discount in 6 years, but it's only for a limited time. And for the last year, we've been custom designing the world's best indicators for when to buy and when to sell Bitcoin. Whether you're a swing trader, a day trader, a long-term investor, these will blow everything you've seen out of the water. And they'll take about 10 minutes per day in a step-by-step fashion, pure, cold, hard value that changes lives.
I experienced my first big winning trades, over 100% gain.
I have learned to turn off my emotions and be patient.
And have confidence in the crypto market and where it's going.
They give you the approach to deal with everything.
Don't be scared. Take the leap. Do the courses. It'll change your life. It changed mine.
This thing is a game changer. Your transformation happens happens today. CryptoCrewUniversity.com.